Farms' Larry Marble. It's time for Hop Sing's Chicken Fried Steak, his jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. Of course, I'll be pouring the iced tea, but first let's check ag weather. Look for warm temperatures, mostly sunny skies. Winds will be out of the south to southeast, 10 to 20 mile an hour. We're looking for Abilene 98, San Angelo 98, Ozona 93, Sonora 95, Junction 97. As we look toward tonight, warm temperatures overnight, partly cloudy skies. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10. 74 in Abilene, 72 in San Angelo, 72 in Sonora, 71 in Ozona, and in Junction. Neighbor, let's move on south and west to the Austin-San Antonio National Weather Service office. Mostly sunny and hot, slightly above normal temperatures, elevated heat index values, 101 in Del Rio, 97 in Uvalde, 98 in New Braunfels, 98 in Georgetown, 93 in Fredericksburg, 98 in LaGrange, 96 in Cuero, 97 in Gonzales, and 98 in Giddings. Taking a look at lows tonight, 71 to 77. Highs on Tuesday, 94 to 99. Neighbor, there is ag weather for a good portion of down on the farm country. We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some deals going on hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. We're having a fire sale on 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work. They're running $1,750 right now, Larry.
That's a great deal. Tell us the brand again.
They're made by W.W. Paul.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. Neighbor, let's take a look at those commodities of ag interest. Remember, these prices are delayed, so don't make a trade. December corn, $5.35.5, down 1 1/4. November beans, $12.98 3/4, up 8. East bean meal, $349.60 by the ton, down 5.30. While December Kansas City hard red winter wheat's up 7 at 7.22 3/4. October live cattle up 272 at 131.77. October feeder cattle up 355 at 171.17. Lean hogs October contract up 25 at 88.87. December number 2 cotton up 7 at 93.17. And neighbor, your October West Texas intermediate crude up 347 at 65.61. And your September U.S. dollar is down 388 points at 93.12. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. And now it's time for today's edition of Texas News and Views from the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. We'll see who's at the mic and what the topic is after this word from their sponsor, the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Companies.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Too much rain does not make grain. I'm Kerry Martin with Texas News and Views on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. The corn harvest is getting underway in central Texas, but the crop may not be what many farmers are hoping for, thanks to Mother Nature's heavy rainfall this year.
But it's too much of a good thing. The fields just can't drain off all that water, and a lot of the corn stood in water and stunted it.
That's John Paul Deneen. He farms near Waxahachie, south of Dallas. He says he's not expecting much from his corn crop this year.
The ears that we walked out in there, scouting and looking, it rained so much through pollination, the ears are not filled fully. They're checkerboard looking because they didn't fully pollinate everything just because of all the rain. So unfortunately, we're not looking for, just a bountiful harvest.
The rain also wreaked havoc on Deneen's wheat crop. He just finished harvesting on August the 8th. The EPA has once again banned an agricultural insecticide. Jessica Domel has the details.
The Environmental Protection Agency is now banning use of the insecticide chlorpyrifos on food crops. Chlorpyrifos is the active ingredient in several insecticides, including Dursban and Lorsban. It may be used to target soybean aphids, spider mites, and corn rootworm. According to the EPA, it is revoking all food tolerances of the product to protect human health, particularly that of children and farm workers. The insecticide has come under fire in recent years due to claims it may have neurotoxic effects on humans, especially infants and children. Chlorpyrifos has been used as an insecticide in the U.S. since 1965. It was banned under the Obama administration in 2015. That ruling was reversed under the Trump administration. Corteva, the largest maker of the insecticide, stopped making it at the end of 2020 due to declining demand for the product. For the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network, I'm Jessica Domel.
Cotton prices hit a 9-year high last week, but quickly retreated back to the low 90s. Gerald Key with Adobe Walls Gin and Spearman says this is a great time to price some of this year's crop.
We hadn't seen a 9 in front of cotton in a long time, and it's in the low 90s right now, and we're getting some inquiries about people wanting to lay some of that off, and I certainly would encourage people to look at least a portion of the crop. Of course, the way contracts are written, it's got to be perfect quality, and that's the stinger every year when we have one of those low mic years. You think you've contracted for 90 cents, and you end up with 82. But that's always going to be the issue, is quality in the end.
The December contract traded as high as $96.71 last week. That's the highest price we've seen in nearly 9 years.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans and all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
I'm Kerry Martin on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Neighbor, I'm getting hungry, and I bet you are too, and I bet you $1 to a donut Hop Sing rings that bell. Yes, he has. It's time to feed you lunch. Plenty of chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, cold cucumber salad. I'll pour that Black Label iced tea into that big, tall, sweet tea glass with all that Sonic Ice. Did you know we've got a Sonic Ice machine here at Down on the Farm Radio headquarters? Cost us a bundle, but anything for you good folks. And anything for old Kenny Mingus. Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction, Cameron. Kenny, how'd the sale go Friday?
Well, it was good, Larry. Had about what we thought we'd have. We had 1642. Out of that mix, we had 170 cows, 14 bulls, 199 sellers, and 70 buyers.
Let's walk the pins.
All right, with the steer cattle under 300, 120 to 220. 3 to 400 pound steers, 117 to 215. 4 to 500 pound steers, $1 and 207.50. And on over 500, 80 to $1.75. On the heifers, under 300, 110 to 210. For 3 to 400 pound heifers, 105 to 172.5. 4 to 500 pound heifers, $1 to $1.61. And over 500, 80 to $1.54. On the cows, about steady. From 30 to 76, Packer bulls from 60 to 98. On the cow calf, on the pairs, from 7 1/4 to 12.25, and on the bred cows from 350 to 13.50.
What do we anticipate for this next week?
I think it's kind of getting in that time of year where we'll start selling a few calves. It didn't rain the spots around here, and some of these guys are kind of finishing up farming a little bit. Probably about what we've been running the last couple of weeks, I think. Had one guy call, said he had about 20 calves coming this week already this morning, and a couple of guys canceled last week because it was too wet.
Right.
May have a little set of cows coming. Be a little set of Angus cows, Angus Plus cows. Coming with their second calf, should be bred to Red Angus bulls. So
okay,
if we get those confirmed, we will put them on Facebook. Got a few pictures of them, and a nice little set of cows for anybody to put it back in their herd for sure.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny Mingus.
You bet. Catch us at the office from about 9:30 to 3, Monday through Wednesday, at 254-697-6697. We're available to receive cattle all day Thursday and Friday. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
Thank you, Kenny. McCoys.com. McCoys wants to be your source for farm and ranch equipment and supplies specifically suited to your operation. Are you designing a horse farm or a new cattle handling facility? How about your 4-H or FFA project pens? McCoy's Farm and Ranch Specialist, Cliff Mullinex, can help. Contact your local McCoy's store at mccoys.com and find out how to get Cliff out to the farm today. That's www.mccoys.com. Neighbor, let's see if old Russell Heller's available. Yes, I believe he is. So since the cowboy crew is finished eating lunch, let's send them over to help Russell get ready for next week's sale. Russell, put them to work, but first tell us how the sale went on Saturday in Lexington.
Yes, sir. Had a good sale, 907 total head with 86 cows.
Let's walk the pins.
Thinner cows were 32 to 52, better cows 53 to 79. On the steering bull calves, 3 to 4 weights, 120 to 220, 4 to 5 weights, 115 to 210, 5 to 6 weights, $1.10 to 175, 6 to 7 weights, $1.05 to 158, 7 to 8 weights, $1 to 150. On the heifers, 3 to 4 pound heifers, 115 to 180, 4 to 5 weights, $1.10 to 170, 5 to 6 weights, 105 to 160, 6 to 7 weights, $1 to 145, 7 to 8 weights, 95 to 133.
What was your count?
907.
How does that compare to last year? Have you checked?
Yes, sir. It's just about the same. Every week's been pretty well close within 50 or 75 head, one way or the other.
What do we anticipate for this next week?
I got one man's going to have about 30 or 40 good black calves, and one other guy's going to have 15 Charolais.
Well, we've got a good start to a great sale. I know it'll be a success, and we'll touch base with you before it happens. In the meantime, if folks want to do the same, how they get a hold of you?
Yes, you can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-7002.
Have I told you lately I appreciate your business?
Thank you for doing it, Larry.
Thank you for being there. Y'all be careful, and we'll talk to you before that sale.
Yes, sir. Thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Neighbor, with preferred cattle chutes, hay rings, corral panels, and more, McCoy's is ready to become your farm and ranch outfitter. Visit the McCoy stores in this region. I know they've got them in San Angelo. I know they've got them in Abilene. Stores near you. Find the products you need at mccoys.com. Neighbor, when you hear Jalisco on a Monday, it's time to think about where they're going to have a cow selling party this Saturday. Big special in San Saba, home of Ken Jordan's Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken's on the line right now. Ken, talk to us about that special.
You bet, Larry. We got a good set of females that'll be coming there, and with all the rain we've had lately and had throughout the kind of summertime, I know there's a lot of folks needing some additional cattle. If they culled some of the other ones, this will be an opportune time to buy those. We've got probably 400 and something pair that'll be there, around 1,200 bred cows, and I think a little over 400 open heifers, about 400 bred heifers, something in that range, Larry. A lot of good quality, runs very deep, I think. We got quite a few pictures already up on our website, some videos and everything, and they'll start 10 o'clock Saturday. All the cattle will be in there by Friday, and we'll have a running order and all that ready to go probably around 6 o'clock or so on Friday evening, Larry. That'll be Saturday.
10 o'clock, and folks can watch and bid online too, right?
You bet. They can, and so many folks have used that option, so you're welcome to do that. Just go to our website, and you'll find all the information regarding our online version and everything else, Larry, at the sale. At jordancattle.com? Yes, sir. That is correct. Yeah, if they have any problems or something, always give us a call. Our phone number is 325-372-5159. Also, if they do Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, we're on all that too, and we'll provide information that way also, Larry. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You bet, Larry. Thank you. Neighbor, I do believe it's about time for the Texas Wildlife Radio Show. I bet you $1 to a donut that Jessica Dommel is at the mic. Let's see what she's got to say.
Bison Raising Guide. I'm Jessica Dommel with the Texas Wildlife Radio Show on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. There's now additional help out there for Texans who are interested in adding a different type of wildlife or livestock to their operation. The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the South Dakota State University Center of Excellence for Bison Studies recently released a new Getting Started with Bison Ranching Guide. Chase Brook, an AgriLife Extension agent for Collin County and co-author of the publication, said the goal is to show producers and potential producers the similarities and nuanced differences between bison and cattle and how management should reflect those differences.
It's an introduction to bison ranching. You will have everything from an overview of bison to what kind of fences do you need, herd health considerations, what kind of forage they prefer, grazing habits and stocking rates. And so it's a really condensed overview of all the things that you might want to know if you were looking at getting started in bison ranching.
Brooks says bison ranching is becoming more popular, but there are some things that people should know before diving in.
Bison tend to fetch a much higher return per animal than some other animal operations do. And I think there's a lot of attractiveness for bison as a livestock or animal production option from a conservation side as well.
Brooke worked on the publication with Dr. Jeff Martin, a graduate of Texas A&M University and Director of Research at SDSU Center of Excellence for Bison Studies. You can find that guide online by searching Getting Started with Bison Ranching. A link is also available on the Collin County Extension Office website. For the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network, I'm Jessica Domel.
Neighbor, be sure to get a couple of those cold bottles of ice water. We don't want you getting dehydrated this afternoon. We need you to come back. Eat a kolach with us at 3:45. Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in August, East plus 85, 1111. Number 2 or better yellow corn through Corpus, August, September delivery, September plus 70, 608. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in August, September plus $1 bill, 802. Number 1 beans through Houston, August, September delivery, November less 30, 1260. Placido says November less 40, 1250 and 3/4. In Neighbor, we moved 520 bale of Texas cotton. Best price was $92.15. Lower quality was $89.40, so the average would have come out about $90.78. Neighbor, we are not an average farm show. In fact, we're the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, and you're my neighbor. Neighbor, come on back down the lane for one of Hop Sing's hot kolach. She's got lemon today. You're going to be impressed. I'll pour the iced tea. See you then.